Hey YouTube friends and family, I'm Robin and this is my channel. And although it's just a lot of home movies as well as gardening stuff, so today's the big day. I call it garden day. It's sort of like having an upper body arms day, a legs day, abs day, and cardio all in the same day. I mean, you probably feel that too, plus you're sweating. Man, you gotta have one of these tools to gardening besides a tiller or rakes and shovels and stuff. Also, I love to have podcasts going or music going, something like that. You guys probably do too. I have plenty of water out here. I have coffee. And, oh, let me show you. I also have my fan, which is not on right now. I gotta plug it in. So I always keep a fan nearby. And I have a broom because I'm bringing dirt everywhere I go. But yeah, so this is the big day. I have tons and tons of babies. You saw the video. That was yesterday. And so I cleared this garden actually a couple weeks ago. And I did nothing with it. And now the nutsedge, that's the weed that you see taking over. I can pull it by hand, and I have in years past pulled it in hand every year right before I gardened. But I've done some research since one of you told me about how this thing spreads. It has little, so like when you pull up one of the weeds, it actually leaves some of the seeds behind in the ground. And that's why it's every landscaper hates this thing and hates to get it removed. So instead of doing that, we're gonna just start using ground cover in here. In the winter gardens, it doesn't ever seem to matter so much, but in the summer, it just takes over like crazy. So we're gonna get this tilled up real quick. I'm actually not gonna like work with the GoPro too much today. I'll show you at intervals, but instead of me worrying about technology and is it on, off, is it slow-mo, is it, you know, speeding up, am I doing time lapse or something, I don't want to just even worry about it. I'll just turn on the camera when I'm between spots. So anyhow, follow me, let's go, let's take care of it. Today's the big day. So we're gonna do part two. I showed you the part one on Thursday where I was gonna tackle the whole yard, and it did not happen that way. My tiller didn't work. My husband said I'll fix it. Well, that took 2 days. Today he looked at it, today's Saturday, and he did quite a few things to it. We tried, we couldn't even get it to turn over. It was like actually went a step backwards. It was worse. So instead of just, I'm sure he can fix it later, but at this point, with all the rain coming in, and I got something hanging from my hat. With all the rain coming in, I really wanted to take advantage of the soft ground and rain for the transplants as they went in. And it's sort of, you get a cooler front, and that's a little bit nicer on the transplanting too, on the little seedlings. Makes it easier for them when they transplant, especially in Florida in September. So you gotta really pick your days carefully, and thankfully it ended up being a weekend. So I love that part of it. So as you can see, Jack's behind me here, and this is the salsa garden. And earlier this year, I'll show you a drone clip of it. We had tomatoes, we had peppers, the loofahs have gone in. I had sunflower and red Malabar spinach and the okra and these peppers over here. And it did good. Oh, and I had some seedlings that just popped up with Tabascos from seeds from last year, and they're just about to fruit out. So I told my husband, please don't touch those. So I'll show you the front in just a second, but since he's here and he's working on this right now, I just want to show you. We're gonna lose this like 3 or 4 or so feet to the new chicken coop coming in here. So this will finish out, and then we'll put the coop in kind of between this area. So to compensate for losing the square footage, we added 2 rows of garden coming this way from the trellis. Normally I wouldn't like to keep that cattle panel there, but it's filled with loofahs and pollinators, and I don't have the heart to rip it out. So let me show you what we did up front. So this is the north garden, and it had squash last year, and it also had my fall display up here, and that's all going to change. I just wiped as much clean as I could, like a clean slate right here, and I will show you probably in another video what's going to go in here. But for right now, my husband deep tilled it. Well, we were only going to go surface till with my tiller, but since we had to rent a Home Depot tiller, I want to say we probably got 6, maybe 8 inches of tilling the tops. So it is what it is. I don't like to do it. Normally I would have loved to just leave it the way it was and put compost on it and then mulch and do a layer like that, but that's not how 2020 is going for us this year. So do what you gotta do. I knew there was good soil in here. We've been layering like 3 times with mushroom compost, so this soil essentially has good nutrients in here. We're going to amend a little bit, but we just started with a clean slate there. And here is what was formerly known as the rainbow garden, and as my friend Marilee said, we're going to have to change the name of this because it's not going to be rainbow anymore. This is going to be where the home of a lot of my brassicas are going to be, and potentially I think my onions. So again, we're going to put some black ground cover over here as well as all the other gardens, and begin to go with it. My son did a great job of, it's all hands on deck right now. I was telling, but it was too much for me. That's a big machine. And so Jack's doing that. Michael and I were flattening that, and then we're going to lay the ground cover next. Oh, there he goes. There goes the other one. Working hard in the pouring rain. I'm not really a slave driver, but this sure beats heat. Hit by a wasp. Well, maybe 2 or so. So anyhow, we were clearing out the pineapples, and look what we found. Wasps. Lots of them. Oh, so Michael's going to do me a favor. Go ahead, Michael. Do you see more?
Another one right there. Oh shoot.
Oh shoot, there's another nest. And there's also one in my grapefruit. No, there's 2 nests.
I don't want to do it.
Does this storm have a name, Michael? No? All right, here we go. This is what I call the house garden, or garden number 1, zone 1. We just got the black ground cover. It's a every weave fabric on there, and pay the extra money for the better one. If you haven't seen my other video, I'll link it up here or up here. I think it goes up here in the corner for you right now to go ahead and stop and watch that. So it may be cheaper, but don't buy the cheap stuff because you'll pay for it in the end. So anyhow, this is all down, ready to go. Got to lay the irrigation next. And I really got to thank my son. He doesn't want to be on camera, but I thank my son, and of course my husband, who did all the tilling for me when I gave up on the north garden. So thank you guys if you're watching this. So here we go. I'm calling it quits. It's 8 minutes till 5, and we got 2.5 gardens completely tarped, and I'm so thankful for that. There's this one side, and then the loofahs and the red Malabar there, and here's the other side. Like I said, oh yeah, this is how my day's going, but I actually really love it. It's much cooler than working in the heat. So we expanded out this way. We are going to bring it in this way eventually when the okra and peppers are done. So we reused 2 little pieces there, but other than that, we did that. Oh my goodness, look at that storm is coming in. Hold on, I still got to figure out what to do with this mulch pile. I think I'm going to put it when we bury trees. I won't put it around trees. I feel like I should dedicate this video to my husband and son Michael, who did so much work. And so we were able to use the 4 strips from here, and then we added 2 new ones. And just so you can see how this one looks like the water's not going through. When the newness wears off, it'll be more like this side, and the water will go through no problem. And then I got to buy some more for the rest of North Garden and what used to be the Rainbow Garden. We're going to come up with a new name. So maybe we'll call it the South Garden. Huh? That's kind of easy. The North and the South. So there we go. I hope you can see anything through this. Oh my goodness. Or maybe I don't. I'm a mess. I'm a complete dirty mess. But before I totally go in and start relaxing, get a shower and relax, I gotta clean a tiller. I borrowed, rented Home Depot tiller, and get it nice and clean. Otherwise there's a charge for that. So anyhow, thank you. That's all I'm going to put in this video. When I start transplanting in a day or 2, I will bring you with me for that. So take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for the rain.